Technological innovation has always been an important part of the automotive industry. Major automobile brands like Ford, Mercedes, Porsche, and Ferrari survived the cutthroat competition by creating more impressive, more functional models year after year. Here are the list of the most innovative cars ever made. Fiat was founded in 1899. It remains Italy's largest car brand and is extremely well known across all of Europe. In the late 1910s, Giovanni Angelelli, then the managing director, visited Henry Ford's factory. He was so impressed with the production line that when he returned to Italy, he introduced the same system to Fiat. This new way of producing the Italian car led to the creation of the Lingotto factory, which famously has a huge oval test track on its roof. Today, at least 4 of these first Fiats are in existence, 2 in Italy, 1 in the UK, and 1 in the US. There are not enough words to describe the impact of the Ford Model T on automotive history. This classic single-handedly ignited the automotive world in 1908. The Model T was the first truly mass-produced car, with Ford generating over 15 million in 1927. This vehicle motorized the world and created a foundation for the modern automobile industry, with assembly plants in many countries. In addition, the Ford Model T was the first car to be produced in different versions. The Model T helped the Ford Motor Company become the largest car manufacturer in the world at one point. When Ferdinand Porsche designed the Beetle as a car for everyone in 1931, he branded the original Beetle's mark on the car. In 1933, when Adolf Hitler changed the name to People's Car, that is, Volkswagen, Little Beetle made a brief hibernation. It was liberated by the Allied forces after World War II, and later transformed into a typical symbol of peace and freedom by the hippie movement. Even though the 32 Ford was just a regular mass-produced everyday car, it changed automotive history forever. It became one of the most influential American machines due to a rather simple engine option. Even though other car makers offered V8 engines in their models, Ford's design proved to be the best. Soon it became the definitive engine for anybody looking for power in an affordable package. The 32 Ford with the infamous Flathead V8 engine is one of the most revolutionary American cars since it's introduced V8 power to a larger market. In fact, it established the V8 engine as one of the most recognizable features of the U.S. car industry. In 1934, the then-young Chrysler Corporation introduced a revolutionary new model called Airflow. It was one of the most advanced cars at the time, with many innovative features. These include integrated structure, aerodynamic styling, advanced safety features, and luxurious interiors. Back then, Airflow really represented the car of the future, and Chrysler was happy to advertise it as such. I know you're excited to talk about these cars. Off-road vehicles were born out of necessity, and Jeep Willys is the best example of such. Jeep envisioned it as a light military vehicle, capable of driving on any terrain. What's more, it is durable enough to withstand bullets, explosions, and harsh conditions. Production of the original Jeep began in 1942, and it was discontinued in 1946 after 600,000 Jeeps were built. It is a simple machine, incredibly robust and reliable. The unique concept of a sturdy, compact, and powerful off-road machine evolved into the Jeep brand. The company has become the largest producer of off-road vehicles and SUVs, and are a true legend in the automotive industry. In 1947, the birth of civilian off-road vehicles took place on a beach in Wales. During that time, Maurice Wilkes painted a picture that he thought was better than the Willys Jeep of the U.S. Army. The car he drove went on to become the original Land Rover, later named the Defender. It was unveiled at the Amsterdam Motor Show in 1948 and laid out a map for all future off-road vehicles and SUVs. Land Rover's unique breadth is due to the chassis, which is used for military and commercial vehicles, fire trucks, ambulances, mountain rescue, airport vehicles, and such. Remember to hit the like button every time you are wowed by this video. In 1955, Ford introduced Thunderbird. Even though they tried to present it as a sports car, the Thunderbird was clearly not perceived to be one. This car has 2 seats and looks sporty, but it rides on a standard platform with comfortable suspension. With time, the market responded well, so Thunderbird quickly surpassed Corvette in sales. Most importantly, Ford Thunderbird created a personal luxury car market and influenced all other automakers. Quite an item for your bucket list, don't you think? And there are 10 more where these came from. Stick around. As utilitarian as Land Rover was, the company discovered a completely different market gap in 1967. The original Range Rover was publicly tested. Since then, Range Rover has consistently led the development of the luxury SUV field. Today, Porsche, Bentley, Rolls-Royce, and even Lamborghini have joined the SUV competition. Although they offer other models, Range Rover makes a fortune out of luxury SUVs. The original attraction of Mini lies in its compact packaging. Small engines are installed horizontally rather than vertically. This means smaller engine compartments, larger passenger compartments, and storage space. Alec Isagonis's design quickly became one of the most iconic ones ever. When the Cooper S version of the compact family car consistently won the Monte Carlo Rally in 1964-67, the Mini's place in automotive history was guaranteed. The GTI was slightly lost in the 90s and 2000s. While staying true to the original parts including the tartan seats, today GTI is one of the best-selling hatchbacks. For many people, the story of hot hatchbacks began in 1975 with the Volkswagen Golf GTI MK1. It offers a simple ride in a small and lightweight family car with extra power. Adjusting the engine saw the power increase from 75 bhp to 108 bhp. By today's standards, that doesn't seem like a big deal. Lamborghini introduced supercars to the world, or at least the first sports car with a mid-engine layout. Established in 1966, Lamborghini switched from tractor to automobile production in just 3 years. Low-key, wide, and with an amazing clamshell effect, Miura was different from anything in the world. It won the title of fastest car in the world with a top speed of 170 miles per hour. Ferrari took 7 years to launch a mid-engine counterattack in the form of the 365 GT4 BB. The technologies that debuted in the Mercedes flagship and Crush Zone in 1957, the electronic anti-lock braking system in 1978, SRS airbags, 3-point seatbelts, and the first mass-produced turbocharged diesel engine. As early as 1995, S-Class had traction and stability control functions. It has been a leader in automotive safety systems in terms of brake assist, lane keeping assist system, and the use of infrared technology to detect pedestrians at night. Give it up for Mercedes. Let's hear your comments and brace yourself for the top 5. In the early 1960s, all major U.S. car makers introduced compact models. Pontiac presented the Tempest. It does not have a traditional drive shaft, but uses a torsion tube inside the cable. Since there are no transmission channels in the cabin, this layout gives Tempest almost ideal weight distribution, perfect handling, and enough space for 6 passengers. During its life cycle, Pontiac sold 200,000 units. In 1964, the company introduced the larger Tempest. Despite the revolutionary mechanical principles and perfect driving dynamics, the first generation of Tempests were quickly forgotten. Today, only die-hard Pontiac fans think about it. Rarely seen at auto shows, their parts are all scarce. One of the experiments of AMC is Eagle, a lineup of passenger cars with Jeep's all-wheel drive and off-road capability. The amazing fact is that it is designed for regular cars, station wagons, or even coupes or convertibles. Eagle was conceived in the late 1970s as AMC's answer to an increasingly popularity of all-wheel drive vehicles and SUVs. It not only has the comfort and luxury of a car, but also a compact size and relatively light weight. Moreover, it has excellent off-road characteristics. The Eagle is one of the earliest crossover models in the world. The arrival of the Corvette was major news in the automotive industry. No one expected Chevrolet to make this peculiar car. The first Corvette was a well-designed and well-executed model. The most interesting fact of the new Corvette was the fiberglass body. As early as the 1950s, plastic was still the material of the future. The Corvette was the first car with an all-plastic body, making Chevrolet one of the pioneers in fiberglass manufacturing. This incredible innovation provides Corvette with a lightweight structure. Tucker Motor Company started in the late 1940s. The Tucker Torpedo has many innovations, including safety glass and central headlights that follow the movement of the steering wheel. Besides, its internal space is spacious, and the engine is at the rear, providing a lot of power and rotation. Basically, the Tucker Torpedo was so advanced that Chrysler, Ford, and GM were all worried about it weakening their market share. Today, almost all new cars have adopted some of the innovation technologies that Tucker first introduced in the late 1940s. A buyer handed over a record $2.9 million for one of the 47 survivors in January to top the Barrett-Jackson, Nevada auction. Although the Ferrari F40 is a pure 80s supercar, the Porsche 959 is considered the most innovative. It brought all-wheel drive to a super sports car and has an active hydraulic suspension. In addition, its driving height is automatically reduced, thereby improving high-speed stability. The electronic tire pressure monitoring system of the 959 is the first to be installed on vehicles and is equipped with the world's first run-flat tires. The car also blends performance with daily comfort, which is almost proportionate to the speed of the Ferrari F40. It also includes luxury items such as leather seats and air conditioning. Come on, hit the like button for the Porsche 959. The genius of F1 lies in its practicality and wide breadth of capabilities. This car can accommodate 3 people. At a speed of 240 miles per hour, it is still widely regarded as one of the greatest supercars of all time. The McLaren F1 was launched in 1993 and was the first car with a carbon fiber hard-shell pattern. It famously used gold foil to isolate the engine compartment. Other exotic materials include magnesium alloys for wheels and titanium for toolboxes. Inspired by the movie Avatar, this concept car embodies a vision of sustainable luxury. The AVTR stands for Advanced Vehicle Transformation, which means it can move sideways and diagonally thanks to its special wheels. The car is powered by a zero-emission electric motor, and its organic design is made from eco-friendly materials. The dashboard is designed to interact with the driver's senses, and it can recognize your heartbeat and breathing patterns to create a personalized driving experience. Other futuristic features include biometric authentication, augmented reality displays, and an intelligent control system that can communicate with the outside world. So there you have it, a stunning example of sustainable luxury and the future of mobility. With all the necessary gadgets, Model S introduced the world to electric cars. It combines the feel of a 5-seater sedan with the amazing acceleration of a super sports car, reaching 60 miles per hour in 2.4 seconds. The Model S also demonstrates the amazing function of the car's charging infrastructure. When Volkswagen and other traditional car makers catch up with the electric vehicle trend, Tesla will face an all-out battle. Which car do you find most innovative? Do you wish to ride in any of these? Let us know in the comment section below. Like always, if you enjoyed it, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and leave us some love in the comment section. To keep up to date with all of our awesome videos, be sure to hit subscribe and turn your notifications on to never miss a thing. Until next time, do take care of yourself.